So a bit of a train spotting geek area. Where's this again? Is it Neaston, I think it's called. Obviously got Wembley Arch just up here. I'm not going to head much further up, I don't think I'm going to start turning around heading south. But a bit of video footage anyway. Social history and that. I don't think I'm going to find much around here, has to be said. Neaston, come out of the train station, turn left, couldn't really see much. Turn right, can't really see much. I suppose it's like a housing area, so quite a bit boarded up obviously though. Well, I was just speaking to two locals then, and apparently there's a load of rubbish being chucked all around here, as you can see down there. According to them, the council don't care, but people do care, is their words. But like I was saying, well, the people chucking this rubbish obviously don't care. Shame really, because it's a lovely little green space. I can't quite get the photos after with all the colours, but so be it. And there you go, bit of fly tipping action. I deleted the footage, but there was a girl in Clapham Common yesterday, and she chucked like a McDonald's drink on the floor when there was a bin probably just where that yellow cone was. But I deleted the footage. Talk about an ugly building, Christ. Screwing up the minds of the youth. Always find a nice old world. St Mary's Church, I think this might be. But as you can see, sadly, the new world is obviously going up all around it still. Big high-rise, modern buildings, destroying old England. Church end, it's quite a nice bit of artwork they've done on there. Such a sad viewing point that is. Obviously a nice old church, but you just know what's going up behind it. Hopefully it doesn't go above the church, you know, to ruin this view, but well, what can you do? Whoever's a vicar or priest or whatever needs to start taking a bit more care around the area anyway. Rubbish and shit everywhere. Then again, I suppose most of the new demographics aren't even Christian, so why would they be asked? So a bit of geeky stuff, Borough bus garage just over here. Anyone's into that sort of stuff? And that's a big queue by the food bank, that is. Seems to be a lot of people around here needing food banks and what have you. Nice church over here. And then again, like I say, bit of a grim reality around here. I think this is what we're on today, is it Tuesday? So a lot of boarded up shops shut down. The buses still go round and round there. It's like a BBMC, so Black British Meeting Council, something like that. Ironically, I'm a bit wary of having my camera around here. There aren't many English faces around here, let's put it that way. But yeah, just to add some context to it anyway, it's Asian women were complaining about workers' rights. If you can find the bit of writing that was down here. Yeah, there you go. Yep, so the mural commemorates the 40th anniversary of the strike of the Grunwick factories. The workers, who are mainly Asian women, shock, received an unprecedented level of support from the labour movement, shock. Yeah, usual stuff in it. Just had to walk down that road to the left. You got the magistrates court just there, and I don't feel particularly comfortable walking down there filming, but let's just say there's literally no English shops down there whatsoever. So I decided to give it a miss. You've got to play the game carefully. You know, I've got quite a bit of expensive heavy kit on me, and it won't go too well. So fair, with hindsight, I can always go on Google Maps maybe later and show it that way if there's a recent drive down there. But make one for later. There's a film studio down there, Neasden Film Studios. And back onto a generic grey sort of street. This is sad. This is the, or was, the Crown Pub. Obviously now surrounded by loads of foreign businesses, but you can really see the decay on this one. Really has just been left to rag and ruin. Would have been a nice old building once upon a time as well. There you go. Jewish cemetery. I had to walk a long way down here. Beaconsfield Road, I think it's called. So obviously I won't go in. No need to. Somewhere like this, you see the reality of life. I don't want to get too intrusive, you know, filming people who had food banks and what have you. But you're not going to find all that in central London, are you? So, in the touristy spots. This is interesting. The war is real, and so is the victory. This is all Revelation stuff. Understand the final events of Bible prophecy and face the future unafraid. Yeah, interesting. I'm sure the Bible does say something about it when we're told we have peace, when all hell's going to break loose. You know, it's a false peace. Religion of Nimrod, Plain of Dora, the counterfeit, building the third temple, Babylon's fallen. And on to Willesden Green. Beeping on. Having a decent conversation with someone just then, but Indian fella, same sort of concerns as myself. So interesting little area, has to be said. Oh, nice one, boss. Try again. I suppose really it's quite similar to Normanton over in Derby. I mean, obviously no one's bothered me yet as such, but old furniture or antique store here. Safe and effective buses, they've been absolutely relentless the last couple of days around London. There'll be what's this, Frambo's Cafe. More fly tipping. Imagine having to learn English in England. Just on the side of a college, that is. See they're advertising too. It's about right, to be fair. That is actually diverse, you know, as in promoting all people. And as I always do, I like to try and give an area some credit rather than just slagging it all off. But yeah, nice old building there. That would have been like an old college, I reckon. The one behind me is all very modern. Not very attractive, really. It's absolutely bizarre to me though, like having to learn English. It's just weird, isn't it? You should be able to speak English if you come to England. More of the same. Just opposite Burnley House here, and see what bollocks we got here then. Strike, starvation, wages. We are the Lions, Mr. Manager. Runwick Strike Committee. Observations about the area. Oh shit. Someone sleeping there. Horrendous for traffic though, as you can see. Really gets clogged up. It's almost like symbolic of indoctrinating kids, though, unless it's meant to be the Bible with like a nice rainbow. Hopefully it is. Nice artwork though, give it that. This will be the traffic works she was on about earlier. The lady in the bakery, that is. Quite a few Brazilian stores in the area too. This is another shutdown pub of some sort. A Mexican bar maybe. Can't quite tell. Don't think you'll be able to tell it, but it was a Crazy Cock pub. Anyway. Quite a good angle there. Bobby on the beat. Got a bus and I'm down that way, mate, don't worry. Yeah, there you go. You know, good luck getting through that. Police car trying to get through all this. No chance. That's a lovely old building. Then it's heading down towards the town centre. Yeah, real craftsmanship on that. Nice angle there as well. You got three spires. You got one up there, one there, one there. To be fair, that old building I was complimenting was originally a library, and that's the modern library now. Obviously a lot better inside what's available, but not very inspiring to look at. Third Irish bar I've come across while I've been in the area. Must have been a strong community here that's built themselves up. It governs. It's quite a bit. It's up to less in the area, has to be said. Nice view down the old Tudor buildings, Tudor themed buildings. Bit more of real life, I suppose, outside central London. This is just outside of Sainsbury's. Presume it's like a Willesden mural. Obviously all the historic figures I've had in the area. Is that Bob Marley? Nice wealthy looking area. These buildings are only from the 90s actually. Rutland Park Mansions. Looking back down Willesden, from Willesden Green train station. Well, yeah, I can see Wembley Arch down there actually. Hopefully you can just make it out over here. I'll make a cracking photo on the right day. Probably blue sky will make it the right day for that. But yeah, it's not been a bad wander, no issues. Neasden to Willesden Green I've walked, which is quite a long way, but no problems. Right, this is Willesden Green train station anyway, quite a nice looking station. It's got a mosque just up behind there. Let's see what we've got in terms of underground viewing or overground. Well, it's the underground, isn't it? More construction work over there as usual. Going all the way to Birmingham, that one. Birmingham Snow Hill. From Wembley Arch protruding on one angle, and you got a mosque on another. It's a good one. Stop facial recognition, Big Brother watch. And heading up to, is it Dollis Hill House? I think it is next. On to Dollis Hill Park, I think it is, or Lane. Yeah. Fuck's sake, what is this? Bangabandhu Centenary Peace Grove Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the birth of the father of a nation of Bangladesh, Bangabandhu Rahman, whatever his name is, born 1920, died in 1975. 100 tulip trees, magnolias and other varieties selected for the autumn colour. Fucking hell, man. It's even like renaming things like George Orwell prophesied. That's a view roughly of where I've walked today anyway. Neasden was over this way, Dollis Hill station's that way, and then just out of view behind these trees is Willesden Green. Keeping with dystopian theme, black presence in Brent increased enormously after World War II. Funny enough, the government realised Britain needed to, well, I want to say, in my opinion, try and breed out the original population. But anyway, realised Britain needed resources to rebuild the country after the war. 1948 British Nationality Act, enabling residents of British Commonwealth countries to travel to the UK for work. 24th of May, Windrush turned up, and the nightmare began. Some more Hellraiser. Early black presence in Brent. Black people lived in England since the Roman era. Black people described in Tudor parish records until into the 17th century, when terms such as blacks, Moors, black and Moors, Negroes and Ethiopians. Earliest record of a black person living in Brent tells us of a baptism of Sarah Eco. Blah blah blah. During the 18th century, it's estimated there were over 20,000 black people living in cities such as London, and when you got Mary Seacole on the end there. Jacques Gladstone, between 1807 and 1833, three of Britain's Caribbean colonies all experienced violent uprising by enslaved Africans. Yeah, this guy, Gladstone, was an enslaved African, and there's no point in me really going into depth on it, because that isn't what I'm here to record. You know, that's the future of England, Britain, as time goes on. You know, that sort of stuff will be here to stay if the lefties get their way. Well, at least I mentioned this about Britain ending slavery. The Abolition of the Slave Trade Act was passed 1807, prohibited the slave trade within the British Empire. So 200 years. This did not make slavery fully illegal until the Act of 1833. However, in reality it continued until at least 1838, nearly 200 years ago, and we're still going on about it. One thing that is quite strange is that obviously after the slavery all came to an end, port cities such as London, Bristol, Liverpool and Glasgow prospered from the slave trade. But obviously you look at certainly London and Bristol these days, and I think even Glasgow now, you know, obviously they've all come here, haven't they? So, and more or less taken over since post World War II. Why the fuck have we even put this here? I don't really get it, but I can't. I mean, when was this put here? I can't quite tell. Yeah, John Gladstone, Liverpool-based politician, British merchant and slaver of African people, between 1764 to 1851. So again, nearly 200 years ago. This. Following the abolition of slavery, John Gladstone received 93 grand. Today's money, 7 million. The largest payment from the British government in compensation for the release of 2,000 African people he enslaved. Random, innit? I'm glad they've recorded history, to be fair, but I'm just thinking, what I meant by why is this here? I was thinking, what's the significance of it being in Brent? Is there some sort of history here that I'm unaware of? But I just realised it kind of goes against what the lefties say, because they say they were the original population of Britain, but and there's thousands of them here, so were they involved with enslaving Africans as well? There's a rat there. Living his life, trying to survive, minding his own business. No, July 2020 this was set up. The plan was motivated by the global Black Lives Matter movement and the widespread attention in due because of George Floyd. There you go. There you got the Wembley Arch. Just for reference, this is the remains of Dollis Hill House. Yeah, there we go. Dollis Hill House. Obviously, what remains of it anyway. Almost like a Roman, old Roman site. You know, the remains of. Got Mark Twain there, who visited the area, and William Gladstone, 4 times Prime Minister. It says. There you go. God, that's impressive, isn't it? Look at that. One last shot of the arch before call it a day and move on. That's a nice view. Neville's Court, hopefully full of angry middle-aged white men. Now then, so this high point here, give you some context. You can see the Shard, BT Tower, is that the London Eye just over there? Not a bad view, eh? Beautiful old church here, Catholic Church, St Mary and St Andrew. Enormous bell. Bear's made in Loughborough. It says made in England. There we go. I used to watch a YouTuber called, what was his name? A Call for an Uprising, an American YouTuber, Christian. But he always just gone about around Halloween time, loads of cats and dogs go missing because they were being sacrificed. I don't know if there's any truth in it, but there seem to be a lot of missing cat posters. Could just be because there's a lot of people. It's just a thought though. I can't disprove it, I'm just open-minded, that's all. So just to finish on, this is 187 Dollis Hill. Only found out today that this is where Hellraiser was filmed. You've got the view just down there, and as you come across a couple of local tourists who come up to visit the area. Obviously you've got Muswell Hill nearby, and the idea would have been to go and visit, you know, where an actual horror show actually happened versus a fictional one. But you know, the architecture of the building is even quite similar. There you go. There's some students up there nowadays. I'm not going to be too intrusive and film them, but there you go. That's a good way to finish on, really.